Let's get started with the data sets, and we will be analyzing data sets in Python in this chapter. So starting with the first thing is dataset.py, and over here we will be calling for the libraries that is from matplotlib import pyplot as plt, and then we will be starting with the numeric expression as import numpy as np. NP is the abbreviated form which is needed. So all the necessary libraries has been imported. Now we'll create two major classes. That classes will be used as the data sets. So starting with the class 1 will be the array values with two values, and that values will be the set of the positive numbers. So our array values starts with the square brackets. First value as 3, 4. Next value will be again a value with the decimal values, that is 4.2, 5.3. And after that, we have the next set of value to be needed as 4, 3. And later we'll add up a value needed, that is 6, 5. And the next value needed is 4, 6. And after that, the next value which is needed is 3.7, 5.8. Then later we'll add up a values related to it as 3.2, 3.2, 4.6. And after that, we'll take up a value that is 5.2, 5.9. And these data sets is important. And we'll add up even more values associated to it as, take it up over here as 5.4, 5 and 4. Take it as a decimal value. Instead of decimal value, we'll take a normal integer value, 5 and 4. The next value as, say, these are the basic examples, 7, 4. And after that, we have the next example, that is 3, 7. And after that, we have the next example which is important is 4.3, 4.3. So these data sets is important to be done. After that, we'll call for the next class to be needed as class 2 equals value needed, which will be nothing but the negative value which we have computed over here. So we will take a negative value sessions as -3, -4. And after that, we have the next thing is -2, -3.5. And after that, the next array value is -1, -6. And after that, the next value to be taken is -3, -4.3. And later, the next value to be represented is -4, -5.6. So we are taking the random negative values as much as we can. After -4 and -4.6, we have -3.2, -4.8, and so on. So we are taking a random values as many as we can. -2.3, -4.3. But if you remember, for the range which has been set over here, we are setting up a range which is almost nearby to each other. We are not setting up something like one is 100 and another value is 2. So we need to keep this in our mind. The next value to be set over here. So previous to this, always check that whether it is comma separated or not. After this thing, the next value is, say, I will take -1.5, -1.5, and the next value needed is -3.6. And after that, the next value to be computed is another set of values which is -3.6, -5.6. And the next, again, the value computed is -4.5, -4.6. The last needed is -3.7, -5.8. So all the necessary computations is being done over here. Then we'll extract these values as the basic zip values, which is x comma y equals zip of class 1, and then we'll scatter this class as plt.scatter with the values of x comma y comma color equals red, and after that we will call for the same representation over here, but here the color will be set as blue for this next class. So we'll set over here the color as blue. So these things have been done. Now we'll show this particular values, that is plt.show. So let's go to the command prompt and run this code, that is python dataset.py. So this is how the two data sets are being set. We have called for the random values, but these random values can be even in the comma separated formulas, and it can be depicted over here. So this was the simple example. This was a simple example of representing data set or the data set modules in Python.